Okay, today we are playing a game on Route 66. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we will be playing about 2/3 of the game as Zarya and about 1/3 of the game as D.Va. It does say gold plat border, to be fair, but we'll round up and we'll assume plat. So, we've learned to have an Ashe. This doesn't really mean much for us as Zarya, other than, well, it's a little on the inconvenient side, isn't it? But not much else. Now that we've learned to have a Reaper, however, which is significantly more inconvenient. Very brave to just run straight at him without using the bubble. We could have, like, bubbled right there, try to get some charge out of him at least. He was shooting into us that time. So there goes Ryan. Ryan shouldn't have done that, but it doesn't look like he's going to get punished, so good for him. Surprisingly, we didn't get much energy off of bubbling Reinhardt for him charging in like that, but then we got full charge off our bubble, so, you know. And we're on fire now. Oh, Bob already? My goodness. In the first 45 seconds of the game, she managed to build up Bob. Good for her, I guess, but wow. How inconvenient. So we've got full energy now. We're the best hero in the game. They've all been earth-shattered. Alright, they're not looking like they're going to be too long for this world. Oh, Mercy? No, she's dead. Okay. And Toes is going to be dead in the near future. Alright, great. Well, that was a very violent few seconds, wasn't it? We didn't really have to do too much about that one, to be honest with you. Who was that up there? Who was that we just shot at? Is that Ashe? That's Ashe. Okay. Ryan's up there. He's up to no good. He's probably going to earth shatter in the near future. Are we going up after him? This is quite on the aggressive side. Yeah, Because, I mean, we could have been shooting at him from the low ground. We didn't actually have to go up there to get to him. Oh, Mercy's going to res us. Sick. Bob again? Damn, Ashe. Alright, so we're all up in her grill. She decides that she's going to try and ignore us, but she was low enough that we could just kill her even with no energy. Alright, Reaper. I just wondered what he was actually going to do, teleporting up there. Not a whole lot, to be honest. Well, that was a very violent first checkpoint, wasn't it? Yeah, we didn't really have to do a whole lot, to be honest. Ashe is not firing at us. That was a very optimistic use of the bubble. She was trying to fire over us, which meant she was trying to shoot somebody behind us. Not much. Okay, Anna. What would that have done if she actually got anybody, right? Anyway. Yeah, that bubble, with the Ashe, that bubble was very optimistic. Not too likely to get much. So, we're low energy now. It's a bit egregious. She was pretty much out at that point. I would have rather not bubbled her at that point. Oh, earth shattered. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, Reaper's behind us. Okay, I didn't know Reaper was behind us, so good job there. God, what? Oh, both Reinhardts went off the cliff. Okay. Alright, we got the... Oh, God, he's spinning. Holy shit. What a clusterfuck of, like, a 2-minute period this game's been so far, right? Just absolute chaos happening everywhere. So we could have bubbled the Earth Shatter. You can bubble Earth Shatter on reaction if you're listening for the sound cue. You just, you know, react better is not exactly particularly actionable advice, right? But we were in a position that we could have maybe blocked that Earth Shatter. I'm not sure I actually hit anybody except us, but I'm not going all that way back to find out. Mercy just died, so that's a good start to things. Oh, we're low health suddenly. Were we always this low health here? I must admit, yeah, I'm doing a bad job of paying attention. I don't know, I'm kind of like out of it. Oh yeah, we're like real low right now. To be fair, like, where else were we gonna go? But that was very scary. Bob's over there somewhere right now. I don't know where Bob is. Oh, here comes our Bob. Bob's somewhere. Bob's gone by now, certainly. Alright, so... We don't need to be so afraid right there. We could go after Toes a little bit harder than that. We're full energy right now. Come on, YouTube. You can do it. There you go. We could go after Toes. We're full energy right now. We've got mostly full health. We don't need to back up. We could keep going after him. He dies regardless, so, you know, but we didn't need to back up. We could have, like, kept going after him in that position. Well, where the fuck is Anna? She's behind us, presumably, to have slept us like that, right? Oh, here comes Reaper again. Oh, there she is. There's Anna. There's Anna. We did bubble Mercy kind of late on that one, and I was kind of like coming right at her, but not terribly terrifying, to be honest with you, at the same time. So, yeah, that's fair enough. I was thinking, you know, we can grab them if they try and come out and touch the point. There's the case to be made that using the ult like that is fairly egregious, because we're in a pretty commanding position. By that point, we don't have to push it very far, and we're going to be coming out staggered at that point, unless somebody had the sense to actually wait for their teammates in Overwatch. But, like, you know, the other argument is just like, well, just, like, don't even risk it, right? Just, like, capture the checkpoint. Because if you do stall out there, it's pretty terrible. Are we gonna live? We're gonna live! Oh my god, that's absolutely incredible. So that also turned into kind of a clusterfuck really quickly. Yeah, we weren't doing anything bad by standing there, it's just things just went to shit real fast, but then we got out, so hey, that's the important thing, right? So they all got earth shattered. Didn't quite manage to kill the Reaper before he got out of it. This is before, this video would have been before the crowd control nerfs got on live. I'm sorry it took so long to get to this video. I apologize. This video is quite old at this point. The replay games, they get me stressed out terribly. God, I still need to record a bunch of those as well, and I haven't because I'm a lazy bum. This is how you end up in the terrible positions I've ended up in, but hey, you know, that's me. Alright, so we got hit by the gravitic flux, but that's okay. We're playing Zarya. We have both our cooldowns ready. Ryan did die, very tragic. Do we need to reload right there? Come on, you can do it. Oh, yes, we did. Okay. Oh, Roadhog. No, he's like, I don't like that one anymore. Alright, so we're full energy. We're the best hero in the game right now. But we do, of course, have to be worried when there's a Roadhog stood right there. We are very low. Please do not move forward. Oh, God, very scary. It's a very chaotic game. It's a very high-action game so far, isn't it? And we've got... This is a 25-minute video. We're going to be here for a while on this one. Yeah, just, like, don't peek out at this point. Just, like, tuck behind that payload and pray, because we're not in a position to be peeking out to try and get anywhere. And to be honest, like, we got fucked up really badly, really quickly, so we probably die regardless, but that's the point where you just tuck behind that payload and spam the I need healing button. Anyway, even though we died, we managed to build up a lot of ult charge before that actually ended, so now we're coming in with Graviton. Reaper is fucking up pretty badly right there. We're deciding to go around the side. We don't need to do this. That is very unnecessary to have done that, when we could have just, like, walked forward and used Graviton. We didn't need to go all the way around like that. And doing so presents a couple of potential issues. First off, we ran into Roadhog on the way there, right? Like, not unimaginable you just die for running into Roadhog while you're going off that way by yourself, because your line of sight and your healers at that point going through that doorway. And it just takes longer to get in position than just, like, walking through their front line and then just bubbling, or gravitoning the ground right in front of them. Anyway, they just got earth shattered again, and now most of their team is dead, so hey. Fantastic, right? That's that problem taken care of. So now, as long as we don't get 2 CP'd right at the end here, you know, it's all gonna be good. Reaper's fucking dead. Fuck that guy. Oh no, here comes Bob. So this was all very, like, we took a lot of damage from Bob right there. We elected not to use our shield until quite late, which ended up being the correct play because of the gravitic flux, but, like, yo, we took a lot of damage from Bob during this. We also walked kind of weirdly. Please get this shit off the screen, because we... rather than just walking to the right to break line of sight with the payload, we back up and then go to the right. Whereas if we just immediately go right, we can lose Bob's line of sight with the payload and negate taking a chunk of that damage. Then we get lifted up above the payload, and it probably happens again anyway, but, you know, I would have just, like, bubbled to get the charge off of Bob and then walked over to break it with the payload. In hindsight, it ended up being correct to save it because they used gravitic flux, but, like, you can only really use the information you got at the time, and the information I got at the time is Bob's in front of me shooting me in the face. I don't like that very much, you know? I'm a very simple man. I don't like getting shot in the face by a giant robot. That's just me, though. Come on. Jesus Christ, YouTube. We're having a bad day with this one, aren't we? It's not like we have to use YouTube very much for these anymore. We mostly get the replay codes, which is very stressful for me. And, you know, and then I sit and I procrastinate recording the videos, and the whole time I'm procrastinating, I'm sat there thinking, what if Jeff patches the game right now? But then the other half of my lizard brain goes, but also I sleep. And then the other half goes, what if Jeff is patching the game right now? And then the other half responds, yeah, but I sleep though, right? And it's a terrible situation, to be honest with you. Anyway, so, yeah, so we're playing Overwatch right now. Bye, soldier. Just fucking sprint out of the cave, drop the fucking bomb, fucking helix rockets, and then sprint away. What an absolute Chad. So I just bubble this guy. Like, he's fucking up really bad. Like, he shouldn't be doing what he's doing right now. But I'm anticipating he's gonna take a lot of damage right here. And indeed, he takes quite a lot of damage. That's more than I thought he'd take. I didn't think he would die there. But I would have bubbled that guy. I'm expecting him to get shot because Genji, at the very least, is gonna inform at that point, right? So we've ended up in a... Like, how did all of this start, okay? Like, how have we ended up in this position? Come on, YouTube, you can do it. You could do... Okay, great. This is also not even far back enough. Is it because it's doing auto? Is it because it's on auto down here? It's because it's on auto, isn't it? Stop being on auto. So, how did we end up in that, like, position down there? Because everything's great, we're having a great time on top of the gas station. Everything's fine, and the soldier appears, and we, like, fall off, I assume, basically. We don't really want to be down here. That guy died, you know. Mercy also deserved to die. Okay, Mercy did die, thank goodness, to be honest with you. At this point, we are fucked. Yeah, at this point, we're fucked. We just don't want to be on the low ground for that. Now, to be fair, us being on the low ground there is not really what led to this situation. What led to this situation was McCree ran up like a fucking... I don't know what his plan was, but his plan seems to have been, I will stall payload all by myself. This was not the play. He died, and he baited Mercy. Now, Mercy also should have just gone, that guy's fucking dead. But he baited Mercy, because she flies over to that boy who's out of position, and then she dies as well. And it's all going to be downhill from that point regardless. This is independent of what we did. This is what they did, right? So, we don't really stop that one from happening. Maybe if we bubble McCree, he lives, and things turn out differently, but probably not. So I don't really want to be engaging in this fight at all. I would have rather just not come out here. Because I don't foresee us holding that checkpoint ever, basically. Now, there's undoubtedly a parallel universe in which we do defend that payload, but there's a relatively small number of those parallel universes compared to ones where we just fucking die out there, you know? I'd rather just not go out and engage with it. I do this thing where I'll give up on a point really fucking quickly, especially if I'm playing a tank, because if I go out and contest a point that is very unlikely for us to defend, if I go out there as a tank, and we don't defend it, the most likely outcome, I just fed a fucking lot of old charge, because I'm playing a tank, so I just give up on those things pretty quickly. So, soldier's shooting at us. We did manage to block the helix rocket right there. And that's the important part of it. I didn't think we did. I'm pretty sure we just barely got it. Oh god, here comes the self-destruct. Alright, our bubble came up just in time. It looked like we were running the numbers on it, because there was a rock we could have got behind, and we, like, elected not to. Very scary, very scary. Talk visor, amplification matrix was up there. Surprisingly, no one died. That's a pretty good result by... Oh, no. Winston, it's not gonna work, dog. Like, that's not gonna work out for you, that attempt right there. Now, I respect the attempt, I have to admit, right? He sees Mercy flying away at first health, half health. First health? What the fuck does that even mean, brain? Sees her flying away at half health, and he goes, I can still do it. He can't still do it. But he thought he could, and I respect the attempt, at least. He gets an A for spirit, but an F for common sense. So, anyway, this is all going remarkably well, considering how badly this fight started out, really. Like, it started out like a fucking mess. Alright, sick, she's dead. I just start bombing the baby D.Va, to be honest with you. Baby D.Va has such low health that if you're high energy, like, you can just, like, kill her really quickly with the right click. It's also just easier to hit her. But that's me, you know. I'm a scrub and I always take the easier option with things. Stun somebody as McCree? Well, I could headshot them, or I could just fan the hammer into them, and that's significantly easier. No risk of me fucking up that one. Well, there is, but there's a lower risk of me fucking it up. So Soldier just fucking killed Anna. Alright, that's all terrible up there. We can't really help with that very much, because we can't exactly get up on the high ground. We're trying to de-mech D.Va as hard as we can. Tragically, she's still in mech, but we're gonna get her. This also went a lot better than expected. Bomb. Yeah. Alright, he's died regardless. We waited a while to do that. Like, Winston can't do much to alter his trajectory in air. We could have thrown the bomb faster than that to get him, like, as he's landing, but, like, at that point, it's pretty nitpicking. So, we've got Graviton built up now. That's cool. That's great. Their team comp is like... Oh, their team comp just changed. I was gonna say their team comp being a dive comp is inconvenient to get like a big grav on. What are you doing? What are you doing, Soldier? Yo, he's fucking going, dog. Jesus Christ. So he's using Tac Visor again. He built that one up pretty fast. So... I just heard Genji use Dragon Blade right now. So we have Bubble. There's a Mercy. Mercy's not on our team anymore. We have an Anna on our team. Our immediate thought should be, where's Anna? Oh no, that's it. Is that Anna? Is that Anna all the way up there? Where's Anna? That's Anna all the way up there, isn't it? No, that was Ash. Be honest with you. I can't tell. It's just, I can't tell who that is all the way in the distance. Is that Anna? No, that's Ash, right? Yeah, that's Ash. Where is Anna? Is Anna coming back from spawn still? I don't know where Anna is. Well, whatever. Anyway, we had our bubble up and Genji was using Dragon Blade. First thought should be look for Anna, pretty much. I don't know where Anna was. I still don't know where Anna is. She's all I'm trying to figure out right now. She's dead. Okay, she died behind us. I heard her. Like, our whole team is just in, like, really weird positions. Like, fucking Ash is up there on the payload. Reinhardt's all the way back there. Like... Team's standing in some pretty iffy locations for this, you know. So I know why we're going to change to D.Va in the near future. We're going to change to D.Va in the near future because our DPS wanted us to change so that we could counter Soldier. I don't really think that D.Va's a great counter to Soldier personally, unless you're really good at D.Va. Because if you try and kill Soldier as D.Va, but you don't do a really good job with your tracking, you'll never kill him, and you'll just end up feeding a lot of ult charge instead. So, I don't really like that to counter him. Like, if we're gonna change to somebody to counter, Soldier, I'd actually rather it be Winston. And you might say, well... Doesn't Winston have, like, the same problem where he can just stand in their biotic field and then it's really hard for you to kill him as Winston? Yes, but you can also just put the bubble down and be tasing him from on, like, then you start bubble dancing, and he's not getting a lot of ult charge off of you as a result of this, and you just have to outlast the biotic field, and then at that point, you're gonna get him, right? So I'd prefer to change to Winston if we're changing specifically to counter Soldier. And this is a personal preference thing, right? Like, if you are really good at the execution on D.Va, you'll kill the Soldier through the biotic field, no problem. But I'm not that confident myself, so I prefer Winston. So this is turning into a real fuck real fast right here. We want to be, like, trying to get out right now, essentially. We have our own bubble. We should just be trying to run away. We can duck into the doorway on the other side, further behind us, and then, like, break line of sight, try and get away from them. We had our bubble up. That could have covered us while we're at least running to the doorway, because, like, we're never gonna win that fight from that position. Better to just try and get out instead. Getting out was fairly slim odds, to be honest with you, but it would have been a better attempt. We used the bubble really late, right? We've already taken all of the damage, right? We've already took it all. By the time we use it, he's running away from us. There's, you know, the thing with Zarya is that the best time to bubble, so especially when you're trying to get charged, right? Like, your first few bubbles in the game are basically always just to get charged. They're not usually for much else, at least right in the start, but across the whole game as well. Once somebody starts shooting at you or your friend, that's, like, the best time to bubble, like, right after they start shooting, because they've started shooting you. You'll always get some charge out of it, right? Because there's no way they're gonna react, like, frame one and stop shooting you or your friend. But it's also just, like, if they've started shooting your bubble, which they will have done in this situation, people, more often than not, once they've shot the bubble once or twice, just continue shooting the bubble. Because at that point, sunk cost fallacy seems to engage for people, and they go, well, I already, like, half broke the bubble, I might as well fully break the bubble and just start shooting Zarya, right? So, like, as soon as someone starts shooting at you or your friend is the best time to bubble them, if you're just looking for energy, because you're always going to at least get some off of them, because they're not going to stop the frame you push the bubble. Whereas we seem to always bubble quite late in these exchanges. I haven't really commented on it sooner, which I should have done, but, you know, I'm not a very professional man. So we seem to bubble quite late in most exchanges with the bad man. So it is good to be up on the high ground. Like, doing this kind of thing as D.Va is good to do. Because most D.Va players just kind of, like, go into the bad men and just feed a bunch of ult charge looking at their whole team. One of the better things to do as D.Va is just hang out in the high ground and shoot down at the bad men. Ideally, it's high ground. Ideally, you're in a position where you can be shooting at the front line while showing your ass to the back line so that they can't be headshotting you as well. So, like, up here can also be good, because then you can just shoot down into the front line, and their back line is always going to be somewhat more over here, right? Assuming nobody's up on here, because if somebody's up on here, obviously you've got other things to worry about, but right now no one's up there, so over here is also good, because then you can shoot down at the front line, harass them, get your ult charge, and the back line's forced to just shoot you in the back, where they can't crit you. But this sort of thing is good to do as D.Va. This is the right idea. And that is the safer place to do it in, because if there's people up on the high ground over there, obviously it's not safe to do that. So hey, here's Soldier, we're after the man, there he goes. I'm pretty sure we're about to get slept. Yeah. Such is life. I'm pretty sure we said we're not, like, confident playing D.Va. I am more confident on D.Va, but I am trying to get better at both. It didn't look particularly comfortable playing D.Va off of that initial dive on the Soldier. So, anyway, after the bad man. So, where's Soldier now? Where did Soldier go? He went into the gas station? Yes, because yes, there he goes. He's scampering up to the high ground right now. So, right now, we're taking a lot of damage, right? Like, we're in the middle of the street being a big ol' ult sponge for the enemy team. We want to be getting to some cover. This is a bad place to be. Just some cover. Doesn't really matter what it is. Right there, we're just hanging out in the middle of the street, which is scary when you're a big spongy character like D.Va. D.Va at least has mobility, but you're still big and spongy, right? So we've almost got Call Mech up. We've got Call Mech up. Great. Awesome. So their Soldier at this point, he's not actually that close to his ultimate. I would have thought he was closer than that, based off of the round so far, because he was having a pretty good time. So he's back here. He's up to no good. Where'd he go? Yo, he ran fast. Yo, he fucking did. He's probably up on top of the gas station, right? Yes, he is, of course. So it doesn't really matter if we kill Soldier. We are mostly just trying to keep him off of the high ground, at least. Like, what we're doing, even though we haven't killed him, what we're doing is still good, because we're forcing him to play very defensively, and we're forcing him to spend a lot of time repositioning. So right here, we're currently like, where's Soldier? Where's Soldier, right? Soldier's gonna go pick up the large health kit underneath us, like 100%, right? Because we could head him off at the pass on this one. I also heard him start using Tac Visor, and we're not there, right? Like, he ran that way. He's low. We knew he was low. There's only one thing he can really be planning to do, and that's get the large health kit in the tunnel below us, right? He might not. He might go for, like, the small health kit on the left side, but probably not. He's probably just, like, going straight for the big health kit. So as soon as we come around the corner and we don't see him, we should just immediately pivot and go to head him off at the pass. Because at this point, I'm sure he's got Tac Visor, and I don't want this to be happening, right? We're like, where is he? Is he going to come back around this way? No. And we, like, don't know where he is right now, so we didn't figure this out, it looks like. Like, he also, I was looking at the health bar on the UI, he suddenly went back up to full health. So he went and got the large health kit and then went in and used Tac Visor underneath. Oh no, are we gonna get Sigma'd? No, we didn't get Sigma'd, okay. That's always very sad when you get Sig-9'd. Yeah, so that's what, like, he's gonna do in that position. We could have had him off the pass. So even though we didn't kill him during all of what was happening right there, Soldier's been the one that's been the most inconvenient for our team overall. And we are forcing him to keep running away and repositioning. So at the very least, we're taking a lot of his efficacy away from him, right? What a weird way to phrase that sentence I elected to go for. Unfortunate. Because, like, as long as we're forcing him to do all of this, he's not doing anything to our teammates, right? Now, ideally, we kill him, of course, because instead we end up feeding a fair chunk of ult charge. But, like, you don't necessarily have to kill the guy. If we're always keeping him on the back foot, he's at least not contributing to his teammates. And based off of the fights thus far, his team is not as good without him as our team is without us, right? Like, his team needs him a lot more than our team needs us. Oh, here he comes. Now is not a good time to be chasing him, because a lot of our teammates are dead. So, at this point, chasing after him, quite likely to end in a C9. It ended in a C9. Now, does us being on the payload really change the outcome on that? Probably not, but it maybe does, right? Like, that's the kind of point where you just have to stay on the payload instead. So anyway, you know, we definitely had the right idea. You know, the execution basically could just be better on the killing of the Soldier. Because ideally we kill him, right? But we've got the right idea. We're at least forcing him to spend most of his time running away rather than actually shooting at our teammates. And that's, like, good enough most of the time. Our team was winning the fights without us. Their team was not winning the fight without Soldier. So it ends up being fine anyway. But ideally we kill him. But, you know, aim better, all that. So, hey, Roadhog did that. How inconvenient. Oh, yeah, aha, there he is. There's that pesky Soldier again. So, I am very annoyed at your teammates in this game, right? So let me just stop right here. And this is the part where I give you permission to say, I was, like, whether we win or lose the outcome of this game, like, if we lost this game, because I don't know if we lose this game. If we lost this game, it's okay to just blame your teammates for this one, right? Because they know what the issue is. They know the issue is Soldier. The email says they know the issue is Soldier, and yet they do nothing about it, right? Like, Soldier has been doing ridiculous things this entire time, right? Like, Soldier is not playing Soldier well in this game. He's playing Soldier like he's playing Tracer, which is not a good thing to be doing. And yet the enemy team and yet our teammates do nothing about this, right? Like, they don't change to counter him in any way, which is, right? Like, Soldier's just running up behind us and doing shit like that. So, if our man is just playing McCree, bang, stop doing that. Soldier stops doing that, right? Like, our teammates could be doing more to stop this Soldier, but they seem content to just say, D.Va, deal with it, right? Which is the wrong approach to take to these things. Our teammates have also, in general, been doing quite ridiculous things throughout this game. So, if we do lose this game, it's okay to, like, just go, my teammates were pretty unfortunate in this one. Because I would describe our teammates as being quite unfortunate. Which, you know, it happens. Unfortunately. Like, one of them could at least attempt to do something about the Soldier, right? You know? But no. No. You know, change to McCree, so if he runs up behind you, you fucking kill him. Change to, like, Genji, try and pressure him as well, you know? Something? No? Alright, just let D.Va deal with it. Whatever, you know, that's fine. Whatever you say, brother. So, Dragon Blade started happening. There is not a lot we can contribute to stopping Dragon Blade unless we have, like, self-destruct. Ooh, yep, Soldier's using Tac Visor, so we're after him. At this point, a lot of our teammates are dead. Don't use ult. Okay, good. That is not the time to use self-destruct, but a lot of people would have. A lot of people would have used self-destruct right there. Please don't. But we didn't. That's good. We save it for the next one instead. Because self-destruct might win us the game, right? Like, if we throw it, like, right on the payload, we might force them into doing something unfortunate, at least. And, you know, there's always the old standby, you just chuck it behind them, right? You know, that one's always good. So where's Soldier gonna come from next? I'm thinking he's gonna be on the gas station behind us. No, he's up there! Oh, how incredibly conservative of him. But now he's gone. Yeah, we're looking. We took a little peek, see? Like, is he there yet? He has to be about to, right? I don't see him. Alright, so we're using self-destruct right now. We just go for the chuck it right behind him. Alright, sick. So it looks like we are going to win. Something quite tragic has to happen here. You know, Lucio's playing Lucio. Alright, we got him. Good. Okay. Well, what a disaster. what a real, like, clusterfuck of a video game that was. What we got? I don't know who this is. I have no understanding of who this is. Max is great if you like fighting games. There's not much else for you other than that. I don't know where this has come from. I do not speak the moon runes, so I don't know. Austin Eruption's great. Seth's great. Yahtzee's great. There's a good soundtrack. Brown Man's good. You know, Northern Line's my favorite YouTuber. Jim Sterling's good. If you like 14, Mr. Happy's fine. Like Final Fantasy 14. I should elaborate on that one a little more than just saying 14. Then that's fine. You know, sure. Recommend. I don't know who this man is though. And I don't speak moon runes. I don't know what this is. This is from the Broly movie though. Anyway, so let me go over to the email here. So it says, my weaknesses as Zarya are a bit slow to use bubble on DPS and healers. I am better at bubbling the Rhine. Not keeping a close enough eye on my health. I would agree with both of those statements. I would also add in slow to bubble in exchanges in general. Like, seem to hold the bubble for quite a while during the exchanges we have with people. And slow to like bubble other people, and that falls under the DPS one, to be fair. But like slow to bubble ourselves in a lot of exchanges that we had with the bad men as well. But other than that, yeah, I agree. As D.Va, I think I have a few more. I try and do too much against different targets and end up not achieving much. Yeah, I started seeing some of that towards the end of that round. I felt like the first round we were playing D.Va, we did a better job. We were quite focused on Soldier. But it started getting more that way as the game went on. I lose 1v1s with DPS on high ground most of the time. To be honest, this is why I just play Winston. If I'm gonna pick D.Va for that kind of reason, I would just pick Winston instead. It's just a lot easier. The bubble makes it, like, really easy in, like, a lot of situations, because they can't hit you, you know, as long as you bubble dance properly. Hammond also is usually more consistent, but Hammond obviously has a significantly higher skill floor than D.Va or Winston do, and, you know, he's definitely not for everyone. But if you're really good at Hammond, Hammond is, like, the best one you can pick for that kind of thing, because Pile Drive Shoot the Man is, like, you got him, right? Like, you got the guy. Next up, I don't seem to do much damage generally. Yeah, that's like a mechanical thing though, so like, you know, you can only really get better at that with practice. It does kind of tie into like target prioritization as well, but like, you know, that's one of those things that just gets easier as time goes on. My bombs generally don't get any kills. I would say that that should be your expectation with self-destruct. You should not be expecting to get multiple kills with it regularly, because it's just so slow and telegraphed as an ultimate. Self-destruct is more useful for its zoning purposes than anything else, right? Or its distraction effect. Self-destruct itself, like, you know, you're gonna kill people when they're doing dumb shit, you know? So, like, if you notice a bunch of people who are out of position and doing dumb shit, you chuck self-destruct at them. But I would say, in general, you should not expect self-destruct to get many kills. You should think that 1 is, like, pretty good for a self-destruct, really. It's more useful for its distraction and zoning factor. And failing to notice / eat dynamite and bio-grenades. Yeah, that's like the main thing that D.Va is really good for, is eating big cooldowns like that. I don't think we did it at all during that game, but to be fair, we were focusing quite hard on Soldier for most of it. So at the same time, you know, this game might not be the best showcase of that one. But generally speaking, I agree with, like, most of what you said. So, yeah, you know, I don't really have anything else to add to it. That game was a clusterfuck, and I think you already pretty much know the situation. I don't necessarily have too much advice to give for the D.Va stuff, because most of it is, like, really, like, execution stuff, you know? And just, like, staying focused. But, like we started out fine, it just got a little bit worse as time went by. But I felt like overall the focus wasn't terrible, either. And, like, the damage and losing 1v1s, like, you know, it's just execution stuff. I can't really help you with that one, it's just something that gets better with practice. But, yeah, you know, I feel like you pretty much understand what you've got going on. It's just a matter of, like, working on it, you know? And a lot of it's execution stuff. Just like the bubble stuff, you know, you know, don't be afraid to bubble someone a little earlier, including yourself, because I feel like in general you held your bubbles too long. And for keeping a close eye on your health, like, here's a thing you can do. Anytime you have trouble, like, keeping track of, like, some UI element, like the kill feed, right? Just, like, set a metronome up. There's a bunch of websites where you can do this. Just set, like, a metronome up and have it tone, like, something like every 2 to 5 seconds, somewhere in that range. And every time you hear it go off, just, like, look at the UI element that you're going for, right? Like, if you think you don't look at the kill feed enough, you don't think you look at your health bar enough, whatever. Every time you hear the metronome go off, just look at it, right? And then the theory is that after you've done this long enough, eventually you don't need the metronome anymore, because it just becomes muscle memory to check it regularly instead, and you no longer need it. But while you're still going through the process of remembering to check these things, that can help. So yeah, there you go. So thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. I've started streaming on Twitch Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 p.m. EST to 11 EST. There's a link to the channel in the description. If you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future, and I hope you found the video helpful.